Youthfulness is an experience that may shape an individual's level of dependency, which can be marked in various ways according to different cultural perspectives. A youth's level of dependency means the extent to which they still rely on their family emotionally and economically, and grow to responsible adults that can lead a change for the better. A youth is expected to be vibrant and contribute meaningfully to the growth and development of the society as much as an individual's effort to achieve in life. Considering youth restiveness in recent times, how can the youth contribute to building a nation? And are they aware of their roles in nation building? Role of youth in nation building is our focus today on Panorama, coming to you live from Ibadan Zonal Center. I'm Kemi Akinwande. First, news making the rounds. Thank you for joining us. President Bola Tinubu has raised concerns over the implications of unregulated mining activities on people's health and environment of the mining areas, with passionate appeal for search for urgent solutions. It was when the president received participants of the course 32 of the National Defense College at the State House. State House correspondent Musbao Dan Wahab reports.
Solid mineral sector is getting an improved attention as the current administration strives to take its economy beyond the monocultural nature. The political will of the administration to mine the best of benefit from the sector was equally demonstrated in a presidential suggestion to the NDC Course 32 participants to join in the search for how to translate intention to action. Guided by the theme, harnessing the mining industry for enhanced national security and development, strategic options for Nigeria by 2035. After months of research within and outside the country, the course participants have come up with recommendations.
The presentation by the participants.
Strategic as the options are, the recommendations include improved layers of security for the sector as well as value addition to the minerals. President Bola Tinubu acknowledged the need for the diversification of economy through the solid mineral sector as well as proper security of the sector.
We've been pushing hard to ensure and your involvement, we equally promote better understanding and the security of area. We have challenges of scavengers and exploiters going on around the country right now. We have to be able to nip that in the bud.
But more important to the president is how to protect the health of residents and the mining environments.
We should understand that people live with the environment, and that environment is important to those who are in the area.
The value addition that was recognized in that presentation is something that is very, very important and significant in our march towards ensuring maximum benefits derivable from the solid mineral sector.
They have suggested ways and means on how to diversify our economy through solid minerals sector.
It's not all about physical security. We must be able to translate whatever it is that is happening in the mining industry into tangible outcomes that will be beneficial to the entire country, but especially the host communities where these minerals themselves are located.
The course 32 participants, which include 19 officers from across Africa, Asia, Europe and South America, have gone through 11 months of training in the National Defense College. They are the first set to make a presentation before a Nigerian president. From the State House, Musbah and Wahab, NTA News.
Compressed natural gas (CNG) initiated to power the transport sector has received another support, as it is described as the best option for the country going forward. A founder of a Nigerian indigenous automobile manufacturing company, Innocent Chukwuma, commended President Bola Tinubu's administration for the initiative intended to transform the transportation sector and cut down the cost of transport in the country. Mr. Chukwuma spoke to the State House correspondent after his meeting with the president at the State House.
The best idea for transportation in this country, because CNG, a lot of benefit on CNG, using Nigeria to use CNG. Because that benefit is what I see before I started the factory to produce vehicle on CNG. I've discussed with them, and they will see that in a short time, masses, public, will have enough CNG buses on the roads.
He joined in appealing to Nigerians to allow the president more time for his social and economic policies to yield the expected positive results.
Of Nigeria, they will give him short time.
Nigeria's implementation of the pilot phase of a 4-year program aimed at strengthening the smallholder farmers across the country. Kenneth Nanim reports that Alder Nepad Nigeria organized a stakeholders engagement in Abuja on mainstreaming of African Union Comprehensive African Agricultural Development Program.
In this hall are representatives from the state governments, coordinators of Alder Nepad Nigeria programs, international partners and other stakeholders. The essence of the gathering is to put issues in perspective, ensuring that every part of the country benefits from the funds being mobilized by the Alder Nepad Nigeria to support the smallholder farmers and improve on the country's agriculture and food value chain. This initiative is also in line with the 8-point agenda of the current administration, which includes enhancing food sufficiency in the country.
Let us take it serious at the state level. Please, if we don't use bottom-to-top approach to address security and hunger, we've not started. And that is our commitment as African Union Development Agency, in line with the implementation of the African Union Agenda 2063, of which zero hunger is a priority.
Providing explanations to some of the issues raised by stakeholders, beginning with 7 states in the pilot phase, Alder Nepad Nigeria says 10 million hectares of land is required for the agricultural program. Therefore, urges participating states to validate information in the template they were given, which they have submitted to include counterpart funds. Commitment, size of lands available, and areas of agricultural interests. The states are also expected to mobilize the grassroots, especially the youths and women, for the agricultural program, as investigation team will be on ground to monitor implementation. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
Osun Osogbo Festival, one of Nigeria's most celebrated cultural festivals, is currently going on in Osogbo. Today marks the grand finale of the festival, which draws devotees, tourists and people from around the world to the Osun Osogbo Sacred Grove, a UNESCO-recognized World Heritage Site. The annual celebration, steeped in tradition and spirituality, is a 2-week cultural and spiritual event held in honor of the river goddess Osun, one of the Yoruba most revered deities known to bring fertility. The festival is renowned for its colorful processions, sacred rituals, and a deep sense of community spirit. One of the highlights of today's event is the procession led by the Aruba, the Votri maiden, a young virgin girl symbolizing purity and hope, carrying a sacred calabash from the palace to the Osun-Osogbo Grove. This ritual is believed to bring blessings and prosperity to the community. We now pause for some messages. Panorama continues shortly. Do stay. Welcome back. The critical role of youths in nation building cannot be overemphasized. While some regard this age bracket as capable of driving wheels of development in Nigeria, others are skeptical given the trajectory of restiveness and low-level productivity on the part of some youths. It is therefore pertinent that youths in Nigeria be educated, empowered and engaged to shoulder national tasks and responsibilities preparatory to full-swing governance. This is the take of some individuals who interacted with Oyeyinka Omole on the roles of youths in building.
Youth, being the age bracket assumed to be the larger population in the society, have the ability to perform perceived tedious tasks. It is often expected of productive youth to play critical roles in different strata of the society for a desired nation building, ranging from governance, job creation, entrepreneurship, and other self-empowerment initiatives.
I couldn't see any way I can compare with Nigeria. So with this, if our government can be able to do one or two things for us, and we youth too, I know, say by doing that, we will cooperate together with the government, and things will come normal in this country.
In those days, we have cotton wool in the north. The soil is still there. A lot of youth, they left that environment and joined bank wagon, like terrorists, stealing and killing.
It is, however, observed that responsibility with sacrifices rather than blame game as youth is the way forward.
It is expected that any youth coming up to contribute meaningfully, for a youth to contribute meaningfully to the nation building, we have to have a very sound education. When I'm talking of sound education, we are not just talking about the formal education. It also includes the informal education.
Harnessing available natural endowment in the land, self-discipline, and setting achievable targets are some of the attributes highlighted as part of measures to be a youth who provide solutions to societal problems and needs. In Ibadan, Oyeyinka Omole, NTA News.
And with me in the studio to talk more on the role of youth in nation building is the State Director, National Orientation Agency, Oyo State, Dr. Olukemi Afolayan. You're welcome to Panorama.
Good afternoon.
Now, from that report, we can see that the youth are expected to be active. The youthful age is the active years of an individual. Now, from what the agency's angle now, who and how would you want to describe a youth in the nation?
Okay, thank you. The role of youth in nation building cannot be overemphasized. For us in Nigeria, I want us to know that over 70% of our population falls within the youth demography. A youth, according to United Nations, is an individual who is under 35 years of age. And in the country, like I said, we have over 70% of our youth under this demography. So their role in nation building is very, very critical and is germane to our national development. That is why it cannot be overemphasized. And the good thing about Nigeria is that we can historically look back at those we call our heroes past and sensitize and enlighten our youth that these are people that they should copy. The country, Nigeria itself, got independence because during the colonial period, we have some youth who were passionate about the country, who were passionate about what goes on around them. We have people like Chief Anthony Enahoro, who at the age of 27 moved the motion for independence. And we have people like Sadana Oshokoto, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the Independence Prime Minister, Tafawa Balewa, and even Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Why they agitated and struggled for independence, they were in their very, very youthful age. So historically, like I said, the youth in the country are even lucky that they have people that they can copy our heroes past. And they must know, for the youth, they must know that the Nigerian project is their project. We don't have any country that we can call Nigeria. And our contributions now and their own contributions now will give us the country that we all desire.
Now, talking about their contributions, now you've highlighted some youthful persons back then. Now, talking about the present era, what are the contributions you're expecting from the youth? Are they doing nothing at all? They are not there yet, or they are contributed enough?
No, yes, the youth are doing so well. I will not say they are not doing so well. I will also say that, but they still need to do more. Most of the youths need to know that the Nigerian project is their project. They should take ownership of the Nigeria project. We have so many youths in all spheres of human endeavor, so many Nigerians youth doing so well. I would like to make an example of a woman now, Chiamandi Ngozi Adeshe, who is a very, very popular writer, and all over the world in her age bracket, globally, when you list 10 influential writers, you will list Chiamanda, and she's a Nigerian. So I would like the youths to copy her, and I want to say that we have so many other youths doing so well and making Nigeria proud. But like I said, the youths, majority of the youths need to know that the Nigerian project is their project.
Now, talking about the Nigerian project, is there any impediment, any challenge, being encountered by the youth for stopping them from contributing meaningfully to the development of the nation?
Sincerely, they will not shy away from the fact that when I say we now, my agency, the National Orientation Agency, will not shy away from the fact that yes, we have challenges. But the beauty of it now is that this present government, led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they are doing so much. It's a government that focuses more on youth empowerment and even youth in government. For the first time, we have a large number of youths in key positions in government. So the youths need to key into this. And the government has so many, many interventions that is targeted at youth, such as the youth fund, of which the president has released over 110 billion naira for youth to access, to empower them. And all this the youth should challenge their energy towards this and to key into all this intervention to make meaningful contributions into the country.
Now, the family is the bedrock of a society. What would you expect from a family in shaping the lives of youth? The youth definitely come out from a family. What are you saying to the family?
Oh, yes. For the family, there's what we call value reorientation. We want to encourage, especially parents, fathers, mothers, to imbibe what we call orientation. Values and attitudes in life start from the home. Parents need to take charge of their children. They need to give their children proper value. They need to key into the national core values of the country, which some of are patriotism, dignity in labor, integrity, religious tolerance, social justice. And they also need to know from this part of the country, the Yorubas, we have what we call Omoluabi concept of the Yoruba. So parents need to key into this. The society needs to key into this so that we can raise citizens who we can be proud of, good citizens. We can raise citizens who are patriotic about the nation, patriotic about doing the right thing at all times.
And will always contribute meaningfully
to national development.
The nation. Thank you so very much, Dr. Afolayan, for coming on
Panorama.
Panorama.
Thank you.
Now, nursing mothers have been reminded on the need to exclusively breastfeed their babies for at least 6 months to enhance rapid growth as well as overall mental and physical health. Wife of Oyo State Governor Tamuno Minini Makinde stated this at the close of this year's breastfeeding week in Ibadan. Lukman Hassan tells us more.
Wife of the Oyo State Governor stressed the need for the adoption of policies that will support exclusive 6-month breastfeeding nationwide, adding that it will contribute to the health and well-being of children and by extension the society. Mrs. Makinde emphasized that breast milk is more than just nourishing but also serves as a connection between mother and children. She also supported nursing mothers with food items.
Supporting breastfeeding is investing in the health and well-being of our future generations.
The Oyo State Primary Healthcare Board members sensitized 1,000 mothers on the importance of breastfeeding.
Breast milk contains all the essential nutrients needed by a child for proper growth and development.
I've learned that breastfeeding your child is very important to fight against illnesses, to keep your child healthy, and to make sure that
The wife of the governor also took out time to celebrate with some pupils from selected schools across the state. In Ibadan, Lokman Hassan, NTA News.
And up next is Sports Updates with Olumide Guntala as our guide.
It's day 14 of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, and United States of America team still sits on top of the medals table with 30 gold, 38 silver and 35 bronze medals to push China to the second spot with 29 gold, 25 silver and 19 bronze medals. Australia is third with a total of 45 medals, and as the games gradually winds down, medals events across different sports are scheduled for Friday, including cycling, where Team Nigeria is hoping to pick a medal. Nigeria's Eze Upesirai will be on duty Friday in the women's cycling sprint qualification event, while Joy Eze will fly the flag of Nigeria in the 71 kg class of women weightlifting event. Meanwhile, Nigeria's men 4x400 meters relay team is expected to be one of the three automatic qualifiers from the second semi-final Friday to qualify for the final of the event. The Nigerian squad, led by Samuel Ogazi, have been drawn against South Africa, Belgium, host France, among others. The team will need the speed of individual 400 meters finalist Ogazi to get to its first final since 2024, when the team won bronze medal in Athens, Greece. In another development, 4 weeks to 2 qualifying matches, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are yet to have official handlers since the exit of Finidi George. The Super Eagles will take on their counterparts from Benin Republic and Rwanda ahead of the next AFCON tournament. With sports update, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
And that's been Panorama on the network service of the NTA from Ibadan Zonal Center. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely afternoon.